welcome back to another Larry video. Today we're going to be adding 30 to 40% more power, and the only thing we need to do it is some zip ties. You're doing too much this morning. First thing we're going to do in today's video though is get rid of these crusty yellow headlights and the waterlogged corner marker lights by replacing them with some fresh clears. Pop this guy free and finagle your light out of there. It's a little tight with this aftermarket grill for sure. There we go. Out with the old and in with the new, which are different. Obviously this has got like the big kind of eyeball look versus that had the underneath. I don't know, we'll have to see. I think it's gonna be a nice little change of pace, and obviously not having a super yellow cracked up one and I don't know, small fish tank, this is gonna be good. So for whatever reason, these have these square little alignment tabs versus what they should have is one where you can actually slide through these slits. I don't know why these got square ones on there, but we're gonna have to swap them for these. Hopefully these screw onto there, because if not, these aren't gonna freaking work. Let's check it out. Old or new? It's kind of hard for me. I do like that design, but I also really like this. It's kind of got like an actual eyeball. I dig it. The fitment, you know, got some gaps. I don't really care for the little clips. The corner marker light fits really good, surprisingly, compared to this one that kind of sticks out. That turned out pretty freaking good. I dig it. Looks so much better not having the yellow. And I do actually really like the eyeball look. All right, so time for the main event. I know what you're already thinking. There's no way you can get 30, 40, 50% more power out of this truck only by using zip ties, but it's actually very true. Let me show you how. So if you take a peek under here, you can actually see that our throttle body is controlled by a wire, right? Which is connected directly to your gas pedal. So as these trucks get older and older and you've hit the gas pedal 10 million times, that cable will actually stretch out. Now I'm gonna lift this up to the original position where it should be. Look how much throttle we should have. Who knows what percentage that is? I'm saying it's 30 to 50%. So when you're at full throttle, you're not really at full throttle. Maybe that's what's keeping all of these trucks alive, because there are still a million of them on the road. You know, you're floorboarding your tension around and you think you're wide open, but honestly, you're still at like 70% throttle. So maybe Larry will blow up today with the full enchilada. But yeah, we're gonna throw some zip ties on that thing, keeping this held up so that we can have full throttle. Because when you press it, it obviously stops right there, but your cable is not pulling the throttle body wide open. Go ahead and get your zip ties locked down pretty tight. We're just gonna slip it over, tighten them down, and it's gonna work just as a spacer. I'm gonna clip them down, clean it up, see how it turned out. First takeoff. Crazy how much less throttle input you have to do, because it is up so high it feels like I'm barely touching the throttle. All right, moment of truth. Let's test out full throttle, see what she feels like. That it felt good too, because full throttle at 250,000 miles, 26-year-old truck that's not been full throttle truly in the last, I don't even know, 15 years maybe. Dude, it just clicked. That's why this truck has always felt like I had to nearly floorboard it to get it to come out of overdrive, downshifting up hills and stuff, because my foot was pretty close to the floor. outside experience of this newfound power. One more thing I want to get done is put our little wind deflector splash guards back on here so that you don't see the green body color between the bumper and the grill. Pop in there. There we go. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. That looks so much better not seeing through. Heck yes. All right, guys, well, that's going to be about it for this video. Hopefully you did enjoy. I am definitely loving Larry without those yellow, crusty, waterlogged headlights. And I think this different style of clears looks really good on there. Definitely a pain in the butt to install, having to swap over those tabs and get this thing aligned properly. But I think the end result speaks for itself. It looks really good. I'll have a link to them in the description. Just go into it knowing you're going to have to play with these things to get them to fit proper. But main part of this video obviously was us putting those zip ties on there, spacing that cable out, and man, what a world of a difference it makes. So I know there's going to be some people in the comments saying, oh, it's essentially the same thing as like a pedal commander on newer trucks where it's just the throttle sensitivity that's increased. It's not actually gaining you any horsepower. And I think it's 50-50 true here because one, yes, the pedal is higher. It feels like you are pressing it very, very little and accelerating much quicker, which is exactly the case, right? It's just stretched out. So you're barely pressing it where it feels like you're barely pressing it and you're accelerating at the same speed or faster than you were previously, just because we're not used to the pedal being that high, right? But in those full throttle circumstances, that's when you're actually gaining the power because the pedal is stopped by the stopper with the floor or whatever the case, and it wasn't pulling that throttle body wide open, whereas now with the cable pulled tight, it actually is. So yes, you're not gaining horsepower, but you're accessing the full engine's potential. I guess that's the best way to say it. So anyways, hopefully you did enjoy. If you got a 10th gen, go out, check yours, do this little mod. Cost you little to nothing. And it really does change the way your truck is going to drive. So, hope you did enjoy. Comment down below. Let me know. I'll see y'all on the next one.